The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Expedia Cruises, offering air, land, and stations. Located at 1520 East College Street in Normal. Call Greg Phillips at 309-429-6280. First National Bank in Tremont, your local community bank that strives to build relationships and is trusted with your community's financial needs. Located at 710 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Visit TremontBank.com to learn more about products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty. Locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Sal Polis, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball.
Welcome back here, Railer fans. Here from Southeast High School in Springfield, Illinois, getting set for Central State 8 action here on a Tuesday night. You're in the Ground Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, and Grimaldi Law Office pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby running the camera. And I'm trying to get a password here for the Wi-Fi. I will have that for you here in just a second. Well, Scott, it's nice to be back. We talked about Saturday. We talked about being back in the Central State 8. It's nice to be back here in Southeast, a place we always like to call games from because you're kind of at midcourt. You're above the stands, but I got a good view of it as the gym is sunk down into this gym. So nice to be back in the Central State 8, playing against the Spartans. Been a ton of battles that have gone here at Southeast against Lincoln and the Spartans.
Yeah, it does, Josh. It feels really good to be back in this gym. And, we just saw the, JV with their first game of the season with a big 25-point win. And I see the rims haven't changed here. They're still rattly.
Yeah, and very, very soft.
Very soft.
A couple of nice shooter's touch on some threes. High off the front of the rim, bounces up to the top of the backboard and in for the Railers as they took care of business, as Scott just said, 67-42. So a big victory for head coach Greg Alexander and his crew. Their first game of the season. You think Railers are already 3-2 on the year, and the sophomores just getting their first game of the year, which they'll get plenty of basketball here this week, Scott, as the Railers got 3 games this week. We'll be at home against Jacksonville on Saturday and then travel to East Peoria. Friday, Jacksonville, and East Peoria on Saturday as we go over to play the Raiders. But back to the Spartans, a good matchup here, Scott. I was looking back through Southeast, and they've already played, and I don't know if all of these were counted conference games. You might know a little bit more about the conference and with what Coach Al was able to talk to you on the cheap seats, but they've played 4 games of all conference schools already. MacArthur, I'm assuming this was over at a tournament. They lost to MacArthur 54-36. Sacred Heart Griffin they beat by 2. They beat Eisenhower by 4 and lost to Rochester over in the Saturday showdown that we were in at the Capitol Convention Center, 59-48. So I don't know how many of these counted as conference games. Yeah, at least one did for sure.
Yeah, that's a good question. And from my understanding, last Saturday,
it says they're only 0-1 in the conference. So all those games were over in a tournament, I'm sure, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So they've got a good look at a lot of our conference schools already.
Yeah, they could play them 2 or 3 times this year if I don't know what their schedules look like, but if they've got them on the schedule later on in the season, I don't know that, but like you said earlier, the Railers, their first true road test, not at a neutral court, and a tough game against SHG Saturday over at the BOS Center. The Railers came away with a victory. A very good SHG team, young team, who they're going to be very good in the years to come. In Southeast, Rochester must be improved on the basketball side of things because they beat this team 59-48, and when you got Southeast beating SHG and Eisenhower, it should be a good game tonight.
Yeah, I think so too. As you talked about the first road test, not exactly a packed house here on a Tuesday night, but again, you're playing on the road against someone who plays in this gym all the time, and you don't. We'll see how well the Railers get off to a good start here against the Spartans. 15:35 left on the clock. Both teams out warming up. We'll send it back to the studios here in the Ground Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and the Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Thanks, everybody, for joining us here from Southeast High School in Springfield, Illinois, getting set for Central State action here on a Tuesday night, December the 5th. As the Railers get set to take on the Spartans from Southeast High School. Southeast comes into the contest with a record of 2-2. They played all Central State 8 teams so far. The Railers come in 3-2 on the season, fresh off a victory over Sacred Heart Griffin on Saturday by what we win, 38-35, something like that, I think. I was just looking for
about
the
right.
score here. 38-35. Lloyd has that locked up in his head, and I know it was a 3-point, 38-35, 3-point victory for the Railers, and it was a little bit different style, I think, Scott, as we saw a number of different styles in the Thanksgiving tournament that we had, but again, a little more muscular, I thought, a little more disciplined speed and disciplined strength, athleticism that maybe Danville didn't have the discipline, but these I thought SHG was, as you said, a good basketball team, a young basketball team, and the Railers did enough, just enough, to come away with a victory. Big game, I thought, by Hayes. He was good early on. Gabe Smith was really big in the third and fourth quarter. Carson Komnick hit some big shots.
Yeah, no bigger than Carson Komnick hitting a big three from the corner and then some clutch free throws. And I think he's up for the Player of the Year on 1450. So get on there and vote.
Player of the Week.
Player of the Week. That's what I meant. Year, week, same thing. We'll go year.
Okay.
Year sounds better.
Fine. Yeah, it does sound good, but hard to get that after one game. But you better really dominate, I guess. But yeah, you're right. He made some big shots and some big free throws down the stretch. I thought Trey made a couple of nice threes in the first half that got us going, and really, obviously, by the score, 38-35, another low-scoring game for the Railers. But that defense has been strong since we started.
Yeah, it has, and that's key how we roll. You know, with it starts with defense, and obviously you got to put some points on the board. But you know, if we can hold our opponents 35 and less, you like our chances.
As the Railers getting set here, 10:54 left in the warm-ups. They will be in action again on Friday as Jacksonville, the Crimsons, come to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, and the Railers will be on the road on Saturday as we travel to East Peoria to take on the Raiders. We're going to take another break. We'll kick it back to the studios. You're in the Ground Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Southeast High School. The Railers getting set to take on the Spartans here in the second game in the Central State 8. The Railers back in the Central State 8. You're in the Ground Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and Schnatter Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby coming to you live from Springfield, Illinois here on a Tuesday night, December the 5th. It was, again, the Railers in action back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on Friday as the Crimsons come to town, and then the Railers will be on the road again over in East Peoria as they get ready to take on the Raiders from East Peoria High School. Railers sophomores victorious here tonight in their first game, 67-42. So give head coach Greg Alexander his first W on the year as Scott's trying to get the little score from the Illini game as they're taking on Florida Atlantic tonight. Start at 5:30, so it's got to be getting close to midway through that second half. And Scott, we got to look for a little more scoring, I think. We talked a little bit about it on Saturday. It's hard to win. It's hard to win close games all the time, to get those, not necessarily lucky shots, but those shots to fall. You'd sure like to put a little point differential between you and the opponent here. It's been pretty close games every game we've had except Koki, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right. I know that I'm right.
I'm busy here.
Quit worrying about the Illini and get ready for the Railers here and the Spartans. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show after a word from our sponsors. Scott and I'll be back here in Springfield to bring you the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on the Spartans. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick of Ground Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, Schnatter Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Okay, we're ready when you are. Lincoln Railer basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's contest from Springfield, Illinois, on the campus of Southeast High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Spartans from Southeast High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and Joel Lee Lurcher back at the studio. And we were all set to bring you all of tonight's action. We would like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners that are tuning in to WLCN 96.3 FM, listening on the go on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Southeast High School fight song going on now, and the Railers with their first true road test as they were victorious Saturday against Sacred Heart Griffin at the BOS Center to kick off the Central State 8 season. And tonight, another matchup between the Railers and the Spartans in Springfield, and we're pretty familiar with this gym, Josh. Been here for several years, and now we're back.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be back, and nice Tuesday night drive over to Springfield as the Railers again get set to take on a team that's been really good in the existence of the Central State 8. I wouldn't say they've been at the top, although I look across and they've got a state runner-up banner in 2018 in Class 3A. But as far as the conference goes, they've been near the top every year, even when I was playing and before. You knew you had a battle on your hands when you got done with playing Southeast. I remember just in the locker room just being exhausted. They seem to come at you in waves. They seem to come at you with speed and athleticism. And I think that's been the recipe for their success for a long time. And I don't see anything going to be anything different here tonight.
It's time to check tonight's list of the games, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. And if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Josh, 3 keys to tonight's game.
Sometimes I feel like a broken record, I think, with this thing, but especially when you play Southeast and just coming off of SHG, you better be able to handle pressure, and that might be something that is a key, is almost a staple. You almost will just go with 2 because you know they're going to be the first one's going to be handle the pressure, I think. The Railers did a pretty decent job of it against Sacred Heart Griffin, and hopefully that gave them a little confidence, that gave them some experience of what Southeast will do. Just 16 turnovers against SHG, which, that's a lot for Coach Alexander, but the first time you really saw controlled speed and pressure, and I thought the Railers for the most part did a pretty decent job. You're going to have to rebound. I do see some size underneath from Southeast. I was looking on the roster. Of course, they don't put the size on their roster, but I do see a couple guys with some big height and with a little mass too. So something the Railers haven't seen a whole lot of yet. And then also, shooting in a different gym. We've only been in one other gym, and that's been the convention center or the BOS center. And tonight, you're on the road. You don't get a lot of time to get used to the gym and the rims. And we'll see how we do shooting on the road.
Let me throw this out, Josh. Coming in, now we're on a regulation high school court. Last Saturday, we were playing at the BOS Center. It's 10 feet longer. Will the Railers notice a little bit different in the game tonight, maybe spacing-wise, and how quick they can react to the offense?
And you even said you heard Coach in the second half. That was his fault in the first half. He kind of let them stay back because of the bigger court. He didn't want them to get caught up in the bigger court, going out to extend against SHG too far, and it hurt the Railers. And he let the dogs run in the second half. So my theory is if you can pressure on a court that's 10 feet smaller, you should be able to do it here. So defensively, I think it should be an advantage for the Railers. And offensively, it's probably a little bit of a disadvantage just because of the size, but no difference. They've been practicing on it for a long time.
That's the Me Realty list of the game. It's time to take another commercial break. We come back, we'll have starting lineups and opening tip-off here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Back here from Southeast, starting lineups here for the Railers. First man out, 6 foot and a senior, number 2, Gowan. Aiden Gowan. At another guard, 6 foot and a senior, number 3, Schilling. Trey Schilling. At the other guard, 5'6" and a senior, number 10, Carson. Keon Carson. At one forward, 6'5" and a junior, number 30, Hayes. Drew Hayes, and the man in the middle for head coach Neil Alexander, 6'5" and a junior, 34, Sanders. Frank Sanders. Of course, the Railers are coached by head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. McClellan, Gary Rademacher, and Zach Dahm. Now the starting lineup for the Southeast Spartans. First man out, number 23, Reggie Rice. At the other guard, a junior, 5'9", Starez Curry. At the other guard, 6 foot and a senior, number 10, Raheem Higgerson. At one forward, number 14, a senior, 6 foot, LeBron Kittrell. And the man in the middle for the Spartans is number 15, 6'3" and a senior, Jaylene Simmons.
We are all set for tonight's opening tip here at Southeast High School in Springfield, Illinois. Tonight's tip-off sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
New uniforms?
They might be. Green, Railers in their traveling green. Looks like red number or red letters, white numbers trimmed in red, and Southeast in their home whites. And the ball is tipped up, and Sanders goes and grabs it, and the Railers have the first possession of the evening. They'll work it in the corner to Schilling. Kick it up top to Sanders, now Gowan. Hayes gets in the lane, kicks it out. Carson in the corner, now up top to Schilling. They'll work it back to the left. Hayes in the corner for a three, doesn't like it. No reset up top.
Yeah, they're just going to fall off of Frank. Frank's man just sitting in the middle of the lane, daring him to shoot, so we're going to have to get Frank.
Yep, Frank shuffled his feet as he went to the basket, kicked out to Schilling, and Railers with a turnover on their opening possession.
Yeah, you can just tell Frank's not a comfortable guy out on the perimeter, and we'll see what Coach Alexander does. It may be early bringing someone in for Frank just because of the perimeter defense.
Little bounce pass to 15. Simmons is up and good, and the Southeast Spartans with their first lead of the night, 2-0, 7 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, quick passing by the Spartans, and they knew exactly what they wanted to do with it. They got Simmons, and he put it in early.
Sanders in the corner, wide open. Like you said, Josh, his man's just standing in the lane.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They're clogging everything up, so you can't drive and you can't penetrate because Frank's man's right in the middle of the lane.
Schilling for a three on the wing, no good. Rebound Southeast, comes down to Davidson. He'll push left, kick it down low. Sanders steps in front of it. And we got a foul on number 14. That's Cottrell, his first foul, first team foul for the Spartans.
Yeah, Southeast try to get a little fast break, and Frank steps in. So good job by Sanders of reading the pass. A foul now on Southeast. 2-0 here early on in the game.
Railers with the ball down by 2. Carson will get across the timeline. Little back door to Hayes, up off the rim, no good, but they're going to call him for a charge.
Yeah, it's almost a charge every time anymore. Every time someone goes in and takes a charge, it's called.
Railers pick up their first team foul as Hayes went to the rim. Southeast drew the charge. It will be Southeast basketball.
Yeah, I don't think it's definitely a guy that you don't want to get in foul trouble too against an athletic and pretty good size team here in Southeast. They've got, I believe, number 10 guarding Hayes, and not too much smaller than Hayes and probably equally as athletic.
Southeast basketball up 2-0, 6:15 to go in the first. Cottrell over to Simmons, up, no good. Hayes flies in for the rebound. Schilling tracks it down.
Boy, Railers got lucky there. I thought Hayes was going to pick up quick 2 fouls.
Carson kicks it over to Gowan. Nothing there. He'll dribble in, up off the backboard, no good. Too strong. Rebound Southeast. They'll push it to the left. Now back it out with Curry. Now over to Rice. Davidson left wing. Now they'll try to work it back out. Good trap by the Railers, and Curry stepped on the sideline. Turnover Southeast, Railer basketball.
Yeah, turnover. Good trap there by Gowan and Hayes, I believe, on that side. So big trap there. Railers got to get on the board here. 5:30 left here in the first, and Railers have yet to score.
Now, is this somewhere where, you know, Coach Al could mix up that lineup? If they're going to back off Sanders like that, we can get another shooter out there.
Yeah,
3 on the way from Schilling. Counted as a 2.
Just a 2, yeah. Just inside the line.
Just inside.
Yeah.
All tied up at 2. 5:21 to go. Almost a steal by the Railers. Now they'll kick it out in the corner. Gowan's there for the steal. Kicks it to Hayes. Hayes will bring it up, all tied up at 2, 5:10 to go on the first. Schilling left wing, and they're going to call him for a travel.
Yeah, I think there's no question that coach has got to go to that different lineup, that a little bit of what we went to in the second half against South. Honest with him and have to come out on the perimeter, or Simmons is just going to sit in the middle of the lane, and we're not going to get any penetration.
Good defense by Carson. And I'm going to say you got him. That wasn't a foul. Carson tapped it away, but he's going to be called for the foul. That's his first, team second. Southeast to inbound right in front of their own bench. They'll get it in to Davidson. Stolen away by Hayes. We're going to be out of bounds off of Hayes. Going to stay with the Spartans of Southeast.
Yeah, coach is he's going to get a foul back here. I don't think he really wanted to call that thing, but he did, and I think the ref regretted it after he did it.
Tied up at 2. Work it down to Davidson. Now they'll back it back out with Curry. He'll go right, kick it over to Rice. Rice back to Curry. Guarded by Carson.
I think if you haven't seen it, it looks like Southeast so far, when you get them into a perimeter game, they've struggled to find openings here against this 1-2-2. It's been where they've gotten a transition or a secondary transition where they've gotten baskets against us.
Feed it in. Now stolen away by Carson. Railer basketball. Carson pushes it up to Schilling. He couldn't handle it. They're going to be out of bounds off the Railers. So good defense by the Railers. Tried to push it up maybe a little too quick there, Josh, and Schilling just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we've got a couple travels already early, and then a throwaway here. Coach Alexander doesn't mind the transition, but you better not turn it over.
Tapped away by Carson. Schilling. Head fake, kick it in to Sanders. Sanders, nothing there. Put it on the ground and lost it. Carson tracks it down. Now they'll reset up top to Gowan. Feeds it into Hayes with the running jumper. No good. Sanders flies up for the rebound. Schilling for a 3 right wing. Got it.
Boy, that wasn't a great pass from Frank. I mean, that was a good look. It wasn't a great pass, way down by his ankles, and Schilling grabbed it and still got it able to go in.
Schilling with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and the Raiders with their first lead, 5-2. All ball. Now they're going to get Hayes with his second foul.
Yeah.
Looked like all ball to me, Josh.
Yeah, and again, another foul on Hayes, and I thought he's been really aggressive with one already, and now Hayes is going to go to the bench, and a host of Railers are going to be coming in. Smith, Miller, and Komnick all checking in here.
Hayes picked up 2 quick fouls here in the first with 3:41 to go, and that might be the last we see him until second half.
Well, historically, when you get 2 fouls, you're going out for the whole half, so I don't think you'll see Hayes again.
Simmons' first free throw up and good. We talked about the deep bench on, for the Railers, Josh, and this is where that comes into play.
Yeah, well, you go deep on the guards. I don't know you go a whole lot deep on the big guys. You've got Gabe that's gotten some minutes in there, and Frank and Hayes, and coach hasn't tapped into anybody else as far as going to be a reserve in the back spot. So you'll have to see where coach can go if, for instance, Frank gets in any kind of trouble and you don't have either one of them.
Raiders with the basketball, up by 2. They'll work it around to the left. Miller dribble in, kick it in the corner for Gowan. He'll dribble in on his guy. Nothing there. Spin around. Now they'll work it back up top. Komnick, he'll get to the lane. Up and partially blocked. Tapped out of there. Schilling tracks it down. Jumper on the way. And good.
Yeah, Trey with 0 hesitation in the last couple of minutes here, and give him about 7 in a row for the Railers.
8-3 Railers. Jumper on the way by Rice is up and good. Or that's Cottrell. Cottrell on the board, 8-5 Railers, 2:55 to go on the first. And a push.
Yeah, now
on Davidson.
3 fouls on each team here, 2:52 left in the.
We got 3. All right,
yeah, we got 3, and they've got 3. So 2:52 left here in the first game, or in the first quarter.
Railer basketball up by 3, 2:50 to go in the first. Schilling tries to find Sanders, does. Gets it back to Schilling. Now they'll work it back up top. Miller goes in, kicks it to Sanders, nice wide open, and got it. Good pass by Miller as Sanders sealed off his guy and able to put it back up and in. 10-5 Railers, 2:29 to go in the first. Oh, there's an over and back, no call. 3 on the way, airballed it right down to Schilling.
Great job by Schilling, too. Had the big guy on him, and he get the rebound, and Trey, with the strength of a senior, able to keep him boxed out.
Now the Raiders with the ball, up by 4. Smith to Schilling, Komnick. Now Sanders. Sanders finds a lane, and he's going to get the charge as he just bowled his way through there, and Simmons took another charge.
Yeah, 34. Again, Sanders with the foul. Now his first foul, and we talked about it. We haven't seen where the Railers have had to go one of those guys have been able to be in all the time, and Sanders is going to have to log a lot of minutes here in that first quarter with Hayes already getting 2 fouls.
4th team foul for the Railers, 1 more. Southeast will be in double bonus. 2:05 to go in the first. Railers up by 4. Spartans to inbound. Number 20 checks in for the Spartans. That's Josiah Turner. Kick it over in the corner. Cut off there by Komnick and Sanders. Now a trap.
Get it.
Stolen away by Miller. Tried to bounce it off a Spartan. Couldn't. Ball up and good for Rice.
Yeah, Brady's got to throw it away from their basket. He can't throw it to our side.
Komnick gets it across the timeline, finds a lane, kicks it out to Smith. Now Sanders had a cutting Miller, just threw it behind him, and another turnover for the Railers. They weren't on the same page there. Miller was cutting, and Sanders thought he was popping back out.
Yeah, you're right. And sometimes this Spartan pressure tends to speed you up, and kind of sped up the Railers a few times where we've uncharacteristically got a few too many turnovers here.
Out of bounds off the Spartans. A little courtesy of maybe Sanders got away with a little bit of a shove there.
Looks like Horn will check in for Sanders now.
(9-7) Railers, 1:23 to go in the first. Miller gets the inbounds for Komnick. Now he'll push it across the timeline to Smith, right wing.
Well, the Railers are not big right now, Scott. Maybe the tallest guy out there at Horn at 6'3", 6'4", maybe.
Smith, head fake to the lane, up and swatted out of there. By number 33, Anthony Williams.
Yeah, Smith will head to the foul line, and a nice drive there by Smith.
Foul by Williams. Smith will get 2 free throws. Free throw up and good for Smith. Gowan checks in for Schilling.
Yeah, Schilling with a nice quarter there. Scott, 7 points for Schilling, so it won't be long, and the senior will get a quick drink probably here this quarter and the in between quarters. And be right back in.
Second free throw rolls around, no good for Smith. On the floor for the Railers, Gowan, Komnick, Miller, Smith, and Horn.
Get it.
Tapped away by Gallen, now tapped away by Carson. Now they get it across just in time. And the Southeast Spartans will reset up top. And a travel on the Spartans as number 11, Curry, shuffled his feet. And the Railers will have the basketball. 45 seconds to go in the first. Railers with the ball. Miller gets it across the timeline, loses it. Strips it away, out of bounds, off of, it looked like it was off Southeast, but we're going to say it was off the Railers. Miller a little lackadaisical bringing that ball across, stolen away by Southeast, and he was fortunate enough to block it. And a little shoulder shove by Williams there. Southeast basketball to inbound on their own baseline, all the way up top to Curry. Now a trap by Gowan. Now they'll get it over to Rice. Nowhere to go, feed it in to Cottrell. Now to Williams. Williams backs his way in.
Good job.
And he gets called for a travel.
Yeah, I like Gabe there. He didn't try to block the shot, didn't go for the head fake, stayed down, and as you said, 33 underneath there stepped on the foul line, or stepped on the out of bounds line.
22 seconds to go in the first. Railers up by 3 with the ball. Smith in the corner. Now up top to Komnick. They'll work it to the right to Miller. Miller goes right wing to Gowan. Now up top, Komnick blocked three-pointer by Williams. And Williams will pull it out with 1.5, and the Spartans won't get a shot off. And at the end of 1, it's the Railers 10, Southeast 7. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action here on Railer Nation Station, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Welcome back to Springfield, Illinois, on the campus of Southeast High School. As the Railers take a 3-point advantage into the second quarter, it will be Southeast basketball to start. Rice to inbound. He'll get it in to Turner. Now Turner will bring it up on Gowan, loses it. Kicks it to Cottrell. Cottrell nowhere to go. Now with 3 on the way by Turner's up and no good. Rebound Southeast, fought for underneath, get another offensive rebound, and we got a jump ball between Komnick and Rice.
And then with this lineup, Scott, we got to find somebody that's going to board. All 5 guys in green uniforms got to go rebound, because I think the tallest guy right there might be
Smith wide open. Williams up for Smith, up and good.
Ooh, yeah, and I thought he got bumped too.
Yeah,
maybe a nice shot or head fake there by Smith. And the Railers can rebound with this lineup, but you just got to go get it.
12-7 Railers. There goes Williams on Horn, no good. Komnick, now Gowan. Good defense by Horn there as he stood his ground. Now the Railers with the basketball up by 5. Komnick dribbles left, finds the lane, head fake. The guy flies by, and Komnick lays it up and good. 14-7. 7:05 to go in the second. Rice goes left. Hard to see those numbers. Turner kicks it into Williams. Now he'll feed Cottrell. All ball. And they're going to call a foul on the Railers, and Cottrell will get 2 free throws. Fouls on number 4.
So 2 huge steps with no dribble.
Fouls on Smith. That's his first, team first. Cottrell first free throw up and good.
Option to turn the points and fouls and stuff on the scoreboard, but it's either broke or they don't want to know.
Yeah, doesn't help us out any.
Doesn't want you to know who scored.
Second free throw up and rolls around, no good. Fought for underneath. And Gowan taps it to Komnick, and here comes Miller. Miller pushes left, Horn. Horn drives baseline, up and good. Horn with the bucket.
Yeah, nice drive by Blake. Head fake in the corner, and then just went right by his guy, and I loved it. Went right up by the rim and finished. That's where the
shot on the way from the big boy Simmons is up and good.
Yeah, coach may have to go back to Frank just because of the size of Simmons.
Komnick will push it across, tapped out of there, off of Southeast, going to stay with the Railers. (16-10) Railers, 6:18 to go in the first half. Horn to inbound on their own baseline. Kicks it out to Smith. Smith will dribble in. Little running jumper up, no good. And rebound Southeast.
Boy, Smith had Gowan sitting right at the top of the key where the shooters love to shoot it, and decided to go all the way for the drive. Should have been a kick and a 3 for Gowan.
Cottrell with it. Now he'll feed to Simmons. Tried to get it in to Williams. Nothing there. Komnick comes away with it. He'll pull it back out. Now across the timeline to Horn, left wing. Horn goes right, gives it to Gowan. Now Miller. Miller shuffled his feet, and that's about the 3rd or 4th one tonight, Josh, where the Railers, I guess, just get too anxious and shuffle their feet when they go to the rim.
Happy feet, sped up a little bit quicker, not really knowing what you want to do with it right before you get it, and you're trying to do 2 things at once, and the feet shuffle before you put it on the ground. And
stolen away by Gowan. Head fake up and couldn't get it to go. Komnick there for the putback.
Yeah, good steal by Gowan, and Gowan got it up on the bankboard. Good job by Carson not trying to bring it back down. Probably would have got it blocked if he would have brought it down and went back up, but he just kept it up in
3
the air.
On the way from Rice is up and good. Left him open and he hit it. 18-13 Railers, 5:22 to go in the second. Smith left corner, now up to Miller. He'll walk it back to the center court. Guarded there by Rice. Now Smith left wing, Carson right elbow, left elbow. Horn corner three on the way, in and out, no good. Connick there for the rebound, but we're gonna have a foul on the Railers. Foul's on number 5, that's Connick. His first, team second.
Foul, number 5, Carson Connick, his first, the team second.
Southeast basketball down by 5. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Rice will get it across the timeline. Now back to Davidson. Davidson goes left, picked up there. Feed it down low to Simmons, up and no good. Connick there for the rebound. Good strong rebound by Connick, and the Railers come away with it. Connick left wing, guarded by Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons is going to have to come out on Connick, see if we can't get him the ball on the perimeter to go by Simmons.
Smith, Connick, pull up jumper, no good. Got his own rebound underneath, now kick it out to Smith. Smith the dribble in, stripped away, out of bounds off of Southeast. A lot of contact, no call, but it will stay with the Railers.
Most football teams don't make that much contact on a play. Gabe just got hammered in there.
Sanders going to check in for Horn. Good minutes by Horn, as Coach Alexander wants to come back in with Sanders to give a little bit of a size matchup with Simmons. Sanders left wing, now up to Carson. Carson fakes, dribbles in, now Sanders. Sanders going to find a lane, up with the right, left it short. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out. They'll work it around to Gowan. Gowan finds a lane, jumper, no good. And they'll kick it up to Williams. Williams throws it over, throws it out of bounds. Turnover Southeast.
Yeah,
they're letting them play.
Oh, you're right. I mean, and I don't mind a little physicality on the perimeter and stuff, but when you're going for a shot, it's got to be a foul if they're getting hit. And I thought Gowan got hit again. Gabe got smashed over on the play before.
30-second timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here. Tartar Brothers Mechanical at 602 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln. And you can visit them online at tartarbrothers.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Schneider Chiropractic, providing results for body, reconditioning, back, and neck problems, along with preventative sports injury procedures. Call 217-732-2140.
Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. 18-13 is your score, 3:59 to go in the second quarter. Railers will have the basketball. Connick to inbound to Carson. Carson will walk it across the timeline as Schilling gets off the bench. He'll check in at the next dead ball. Gowan to Carson. Now Carson will pull it back up front. Pick set by Sanders. Nothing there. Now they'll reset. Connick left wing. Now up top to Gowan. Over to Carson. Connick. Sanders. Now they work it around. Sanders to Gowan. Left corner. Sanders sets a pick for Carson. Kick it out to Gowan. Tipped away. Now Gowan gets it back. He'll go up with the left. No good. Sanders fights for it. Simmons comes out of there with it. And Connick's going to get a cheap foul. He tried to reach in there and slap it away, but he'll pick up his second, team third.
Foul number 5, Carson Connick.
Yeah, and again, Gowan had Connick right at the top of the key, and usually the Railers do a really good job when they penetrate. They look sometimes first to the shooter outside before they look at the basket, and I think we've missed a few of those guys tonight. Gowan missed Connick right at the top of the key.
Williams will drive, now try to kick it over to Simmons, tapped out of bounds off of Gowan, going to stay with Southeast. Davidson to inbound for Southeast. He'll throw it all the way up court to Cottrell. Picked up there by Carson. Cottrell flies by him, now gets it over to Davidson. Davidson pulls up for a jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Simmons. He'll put it up, blocked by Sanders, gets his own rebound and puts it up.
Got to have more guys in green going to the boards, and we got they got a loose ball from the guard, I believe, came in, grabbed it, and then got it tipped away, and then Simmons got it, and once he gets it that low, he's pretty much going to score it.
Lead cut down to 3. 3 on the way. Smith, no good. Simmons with the rebound. Tapped out there by Sanders. Feeds it into Schilling. Up and good.
Yeah, nice movement there by the Railers, and credit Frank for keeping the play alive. He got in there and got an offensive rebound, and it was a quick pass to Schilling for an easy one.
Feed it in to Cottrell. Nothing there. Kick it out. 3 on the way by Davidson.
Rebound,
up and no good. Another offensive rebound fought for. It's going to be out of bounds off of Southeast. Lincoln basketball. And second chance points, Josh, right now. They're getting way too many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, we had a few guys boxing out there, but they didn't release and go get it. Once you box out and get that guy behind you, you got to release and go get the ball. Guys in the white jerseys are a little more aggressive to the basket and to the ball. And the Railers going to have to go get that.
Railers basketball up by 5, 2:10 to go in the first half. Miller gets it across the timeline and now gets it to Gowan. Dangerous pass.
You would have stolen that thing.
I don't know about that. I'd be on the bench trying to catch my breath. Miller for a 3, left wing off of backboard, no good. Too strong. Rebound Southeast. They'll push it up. Now we got Cottrell in the corner, guarded by Sanders. Nowhere to go. Picked up his dribble. Wasn't that double dribble?
I don't think he dribbled first. Middle, though.
Now they'll reset. Now Turner in the left corner. Kick it up top to Rice. Over to Cottrell. Cottrell picked up by Schilling. Now they'll work it down to Davidson. Nothing there. 3 on the way. Got it.
It's just their second three-pointer, but a timely one for the Spartans that get them back within 2 here.
Turner with the 3. There's a little backdoor to Miller. Now Schilling, left wing, 3 on the way. No good. And Spartans with the rebound, down by 2. 1:10 to go in the first half. Turner, right wing, now up top. Back to Turner. Turner's going to try another 3 off the rim, no good. A late whistle. A late whistle here, and we're going to get Schilling for the foul. And Turner's going to get 3 free throws.
Foul number 3, Schilling, his first. To the line for Southeast, shooting 3. Number 20, Turner.
Not a lot of contact there, and it was a late whistle. I don't know what the ref saw, but he must have saw something we didn't.
Yeah, and unfortunately, after the Railers got a miss there by Southeast, and now he's going to get 3 free throws.
20-19. We are at the 1-minute mark here tonight in the first half. Second free throw rolls in and out. Third free throw on the way by Turner, up and no good, or it is good, and we are tied up at 20 with under a minute to go in the first half. Sanders left wing. Miller up top to Gowan. Another dangerous pass. Gowan. Sanders loses it. Kicks it out to Smith. Smith, right corner. He'll dribble in. Nothing there. Throw it up. Off the backboard. Too strong. Gets his own rebound. Now they'll reset with 40 on the clock.
Railers just look like they're playing a little too fast right now.
Gowan dribbles in, nothing there. Kick it out to Smith. 30 seconds to go. Now Schilling left wing. They'll reset up top with Miller. Miller pulls up. No good. Sanders there for the rebound, and Cottrell goes over his back, hanging on, and Sanders kind of throws him off as they have to break him up. Getting a little chippy out there, but whenever someone's laying across your back, and you know, it's
just let him go and keep going. Now I don't know if that's the 4th team or 5th team foul now on. Okay, okay, so it's on Southeast. First foul on Southeast. .8 seconds, all tied up at 20 here. The Railers are going to have it underneath their basket here right before halftime.
Schilling to inbound. Gets it in. Gowan 3 on the way. Corner, no good. Rebound, Southeast with 17 on the clock. They'll push it up. Almost stolen away by Miller. There goes Rice, picked up. Gowan tries to get the steal, loses it, gets it to Williams. Williams to Simmons, up and good with 4 seconds to go. Schilling, 3/4. The Lincoln Railers, 20. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the halftime show here on Railer Nation Station, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Boys Basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage of LCHS Railer Basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping, Brian Clark State Farm Insurance, Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Culver's of Lincoln, Independent Health Insurance Agent Dara Entwistle, Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, Expedia Cruises, First National Bank in Tremont, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center of Lincoln, Heartland Community College, Lincoln, Lincoln Land Communications, Me Realty, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, Schneider Masonry, and United Community Bank. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer Boys Basketball. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
At halftime, you're in the Ground Incorporated at Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. And Scott, we talked about it. One of the keys was to handle that pressure, and I think you looked a little bit of, watched a little bit of the Railers here in certain possessions. We looked like we were in a hurry, and some turnovers. Some quick shots, some passes that we don't normally make to shooters, or I said we didn't make them, and we normally do make them to shooters. We kind of got wrapped up getting to the basket a little bit more, and pressure provides something different, and I think that's bothered us a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, when you have Hayes go out early in the game with foul trouble, he kind of facilitates how things go out there, Josh, and without him being on the court, you kind of have to throw in a different lineup there because Sanders, let's be honest, he's going to struggle shooting from outside. He's our big guy underneath, and there's just nothing there for him right there. So, we go to a lineup that we saw a little bit about at the BOS Center, but without having Hayes out there to kind of facilitate things, it really hurt the flow of their offense.
Well, and it hurt our backs on defense too, because Hayes can provide a little size and strength to go against their big guy in Simmons, who's had his way here. Not really making great moves, but he gets he gets to Southeast and his teammates to dribble down the lane, and he's kind of the dump-off man. And when he gets it that close, he's got enough size and athletic ability. With Hayes there, makes it a little bit tougher for him to score.
And you can talk about Hayes on the defensive side as well. Our rebounding right now is subpar, where we're allowing Southeast to get second chances, and you just can't do that in a basketball game. We got to box out better on the defensive boards and grab some rebounds.
Yeah, missing Hayes here, missing roughly between 4 and 5 rebounds a half. He comes in averaging almost 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds a game. And boy, when you miss that for most of the half, really. I mean, he didn't play at all in the second, and really went out probably with 5 minutes left in the first.
The first, yeah.
So we missed our leading rebounder and our leading scorer for half of it. So it'll be good to get him back here after halftime, and hopefully the rest of the Railers can get going. We'll send it back to the studios here for a quick break. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left in halftime. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, as the Railers hit the court here at Southeast High School, coming back from halftime. Right now, Southeast up 22-20 over the Railers here in the first half. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby, and just found out the Illini with a big win. Scott?
Big win against number 11 FAU. The Owls.
Florida Atlantic University.
We all know what they did last year in the tournament. Had a really good run. They got a lot of guys returning, and those veteran teams, which Illinois has this year, those are the teams you got to watch out for. And a big, I know it was on a neutral court, but a big road win for the Illini.
Big stretch of games for the for the Illini. They come off a win at Rutgers.
Yeah.
They win here tonight, and then I believe on Friday or Saturday they travel to Rocky Top in Tennessee.
Yeah, tough road trip.
Yeah. I think it's this weekend.
Yeah, so. and you would think coming off a victory at the RAC against Rutgers that they'd have a little bit of a letdown. Listening to it on the way here, they had a pretty slow start offensively, but it looks like they picked it up. And Shannon and Domask led the way with, what'd you say, 32 apiece?
It says I got a text from a, not sure if it's a reliable source.
I'm going to say, who are you getting that from? Mr. Ryan All. We'll say for what it's worth.
Yeah, not reliable, but a source. 32 apiece for both of those guys.
Well, the Railers, we need to get our offense on track tonight, Josh.
Yeah.
We've held Southeast to 22, but unfortunately, our offense only put up 20 the first half.
Well, and that's been okay for the Railers so far this year, because if we get to 40, we're usually winning and giving up 36 points a game this season. So you're right. We got to find a couple of spots where we can get an open looks. Right now, Southeast really guarding us well, not giving us many open looks. Gowan yet to score. We got to find a way to get him a couple shots. And then Hayes, obviously, coming back here in the second half is going to be a huge help.
Coach Al going with the starters. I thought he might kind of change it up the second half like he did at the BOS Center, Josh, but he's going to go with the original 5. See what they talked about at halftime. See if they can, Sanders is defender. Simmons is staying way off of him.
Yeah,
so
we'll have to see that how long that can last. So you basically, unfortunately, with Keon and Frank out there, if you're running a perimeter offense, you just don't get a lot of scoring from either. So you're almost 3 or so on 5, and it's hard to score that way.
It'll be Southeast basketball to start the second half. They'll get it across the timeline with Rice. Now he'll kick it over to Cottrell. Stolen away by Gowan, up to Carson. Carson wide open layup, up and good.
Good. Pressure defense by Gowan and Sanders comes up. And then we get to steal a nice throw ahead pass to
and a turnover Southeast as who is that?
2 turnovers in a row for Southeast. One led to points, and now this one led to the Railers getting another basket, or not another possession.
Railers with the basketball, all tied up at 22. Third quarter just underway here in Southeast Springfield, Illinois. Central State 8 conference games. Feed it into Hayes. Hayes up at the right. Got fouled by Simmons. Couldn't get it to go, but Hayes will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, we brought Frank up to the high post from his normal spot down on the block, which brought the big boy Simmons away, and then they lobbed it over the top, and then Simmons caught up and fouled Hayes. So Hayes will go to the line for 2. Look good there.
Good looking shot there by Hayes.
And he struggled with that. We've talked about that before. He's a guy that's going to get to the line a lot for the Railers, and he struggled with his shot and his confidence. That one looked good.
Second free throw, banked it in. We'll take it. Railers back up by 2. Southeast with the ball. They work it to Cottrell on the top of the key. He'll dribble in, and we're going to get a jump ball by Schilling as Cottrell tried to split the defense, and Schilling tied him up.
I don't know if you consider that a turnover, but I would, because now the Railers get the ball. So 3 possessions, 3 turnovers by Southeast, and what a great start here for the Railers.
And 4 points off those turnovers. Let's see if we can make it 6. Carson walks across the timeline. Schilling left wing, deep left wing, now up top to Gowan. Gowan goes right to Hayes, now back over to Schilling. Carson finds Sanders, now Gowan. Sanders sets a pick for Carson, now little. Yeah, that didn't have a chance from the get-go. They tried to do a little give and go with Carson and Sanders. Sanders got a little too deep, couldn't handle it, and he'll pick up the offensive charge. His second, team first. Railers up by 2, 6:51 to go in the third quarter. Rice dribbles in, now feeds to Simmons as he stepped on the baseline. Turnover.
5 possessions, 5 turnovers to start the second half. And you said it earlier, 4 points the Railers have scored. It's time to take advantage here again.
Carson will walk it up, guarded there by Rice. Gets it across the timeline. Now Hayes, left wing, picked by Sanders. Hayes kicks it over. Schilling, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Gowan for the rebound. Got a little push, kicks it out to Hayes. Now to Carson. Carson to Sanders. Finds a Hayes. Now back to Sanders. Couldn't hang on to it. Turnover Railers. Good pass by Hayes to Sanders. Sanders just couldn't get a handle on it. No, and if he did, he had a wide open layup.
Yeah, a missed opportunity for the Railers as we've turned them over here and really only gotten 4 points so far.
Railers can't take an advantage of the Southeast turnovers, and the Spartans with the basketball down by 2. Cottrell in the corner, 3 on the way, got it. Rice hits a three in the corner, and they take a 1-point lead with 5:53 to go in the third. Railers are working around up top. Carson finds a lane, nothing there, pulls it up, now kicks it over to Gowan. Gowan will dribble on his guy, kick it over to Sanders. Now they'll reset up top with Schilling. Schilling over to Sanders. Feed to Hayes. Now a little backdoor to Gowan, loses it. Carson's going to try a three. Got it! Carson with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and the Railers back up by 1. Tapped out of bounds off of Carson. Going to stay with the Spartans.
Yeah, Railers get back that 2-point lead on nice penetration by Gowan. It was a kick out to Keon, and Keon, that three may make them come out on him a little bit more, and then he can get going to the basket.
Smith's going to check in for Sanders, and we got a hold on Carson. Foul on the Railers. It's Keon's second, team second for the Railers.
Yeah, Gabe's got deep here, and don't get beat back.
Spartans get it across. Up top, now they'll work it to the elbow. Tried to feed it down, tapped out of there by Hayes. That's Smith picks it up. Takes it coast to coast, up off the rim, no good. Williams with the rebound, no foul. And the Southeast Spartans will get it across. Trap on the baseline, or sideline, I'm sorry, and Coach Thomas wants a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and communities it serves. Find them on Facebook to learn more about offerings such as the LMH Trailblazers walking program on Wednesdays.
Lincoln Printers, providing complete quality satisfaction at a fast, fair price while utilizing modern technology and a creative flair. Phone Lincoln Printers at 217-732-3121.
Headline Salon, located at 602.5 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Call Brett at 217. Air makes a statement. Josh, kind of a sloppy third quarter, a lot of turnovers from Southeast. Railers unable to capitalize on half of those. We got 4 quick points coming out of half, and now just kind of struggling to find our offense.
Yeah, just a 3-pointer for Southeast so far. The Railers have turned Southeast over 5 times, but only gotten 4 points out of it.
Williams in the corner, guarded by Smith, tried to feed Simmons, and probably one of the worst bounce passes I've ever seen.
That was second-grade level bounce pass.
Another turnover, Spartans.
Right at his feet, 90 mile an hour while he was running toward him.
Carson pushes across the timeline, hands off to Hayes. He'll go left to Schilling. Now back up top to Gowan. Gowan goes left. Now Smith, little weave, backdoor, Carson up and good.
Yeah, nice backdoor cut and a nice job by Smith to keep his head up and ready to pass off the dribble. That's a
little turnover. Hayes up to Carson. Carson, wide open layup. Got it! Keon Carson with 4 quick points, and the Railers up by 6 halfway through the third.
Yeah, credit the defense again. Quick turnovers turn into points, and you can do that when Keon's out there, and that's what he has to do.
Spartans with the ball, down by 6. They work it around. Try to dribble in. Nice defense by Schilling, cut off. Williams there for the rebound and the putback. Just got position on Smith and was able to put it back. 27-31 Railers. Gowan feeds Smith. A little reversal up, no good. And a foul on Gowan as he tried to pick up Turner. Or I'm sorry, that's Rice. And Gowan picks up his first. Third team foul for the Railers. 3:24 to go in the third. Komnick's going to check in for Gowan. And Miller will check in for Carson. Miller guards Rice. Rice gets it across the timeline. Lost it. Now they'll regain it. Reset up top. Feed Cottrell. Cottrell dribbles in. Nothing there. Kick it out. Curry, nothing there. It's almost stolen by Miller. Now they'll reset. Kick it down to Simmons. Simmons. No contact. Thought he traveled before anything.
Yeah, I didn't see much contact going there.
Didn't see any contact. They're going to get the foul on Smith. And Simmons is going to try to finish the old-fashioned three-point play with the Railers up by 2. 3 minutes to go in the third. Free throw up and off the front of the rim, tracked down by Miller. Railers up by 2 with the ball. Hayes, wide open lane, and if they call that a charge, there we go, because he was not set.
I think he wanted to.
He wanted to, and the sideline ref kind of helped him out a little bit. Count the bucket,
big basket,
and Hayes will get a free throw.
Yeah, good aggressive basket by Hayes as he caught it off the transition, secondary transition. Hayes going right to the hoop, and you're right, he was late. Simmons was late underneath and kind of went right underneath him. You know, and
pretty deep too. I know we don't have the
circle,
the circle,
half circle moon or half moon.
I don't even think they use that anymore, do they, in college basketball?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention, I guess.
I know they're trying to go away with the charge calls, so
they call a lot of them. I don't know. They're not going away from them.
Hayes to the free throw line. Free throw up and got it.
Good, 3 of 3.
Yes, sir. Hayes, he's feeling that three-point touch or that free throw touch now, and he finishes the three-point play. Railers back up by 5. 2:45 to go in the third. Trouble by Southeast. Trap. Jump ball. Good job by Miller and Schilling as they tied up. Number 11, that's Curry. And the possession arrow favors Southeast.
Yeah, nice little run here by the Railers as we've gotten a couple turnovers. A big three-point play there from Hayes. And you see the intensity by the defense starting to pick up a little bit.
Another trap up top. Couldn't quite get there. Rice now over to Curry. Curry for a 3. Count the bucket and the foul. And it could be a 4-point play here as Schilling apparently got him on the arm.
Second time Trey's been called for a foul on a three-pointer.
That's his second, team 5th. And the Spartans will be in double bonus the next 2.5 minutes. Schilling's going to check out.
Boy, go from up 5 to possibly 1 is something you didn't think.
In and out, no good. Rebound Williams for Southeast. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans. They can tie it right here or go up 1. Tapped away. No, they won't. Gowan all the way up to Comnick. Comnick wide open lane. Blocked partially by Williams. Tapped out of there. Now Smith with it. Smith goes right. Hands off to Gowan.
Slow down.
Gives it to Hayes. Smith.
Slow down.
Now up top to Miller. Miller has a wide open 3, in and out, no good. Comnick tried to get the rebound. Comes down to Williams for the Spartans. Williams loses it out of bounds. Railer basketball.
Well, fast action anyway.
Yeah.
Comnick got blocked on that.
Hayes kicks it out. Comnick blocked three-pointer. And why we need a taunting foul right there. Nothing called. There.
Yeah, well, it's time for Carson to shot.
With the basketball, 1:35 to go in the third, and Gowan cut. Smith didn't think he was going to, and Smith throws it out of bounds. Turnover, Railers. Southeast gets it in. 1:30 to go in the third.
We'll see if the Railers can get another steal here.
2-point ball game.
10 seconds.
Get it in to Rice. Rice dribbles in on Smith. Up and no good. Fought for underneath off of Simmons. Going to be Railer basketball. It's kind of turning into
almost like a street
ball.
Fight.
Yeah,
street fight in there.
Getting, it's been pretty sloppy this third quarter.
Sloppy and physical.
See if the Railers can settle down here and get a bucket. Miller goes left to Smith. Smith gets to the lane. Now Komnick for a three from the wing. No good. Hayes flies in for the rebound. Gets shoved. Now kicks it out to Williams. We got a 2-on-2. Williams up. No good, but a foul on Gowan. Williams will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, the Railers, Carson misses a three there. Nice rebound by Hayes. It looked like he was getting shoved out of bounds. Yeah. Had to get rid of it, threw it back out top, and went right to a Spartan.
56 seconds to go in the third. Railers up by 2. Williams with 2 free throws.
Well, we've held on to this 2-point lead for quite a while. Thank goodness they haven't had a chance to, or they haven't scored, and we haven't either after the first free throw up and good for Williams.
Second free throw for Williams. Railers up by 1. 50. Miller up to Gowan. Gowan, 3 on the way. Right corner off the back of the iron. Hayes there for the rebound. Now they'll reset. Hayes pulls up his dribble, now gets it to Gowan, right wing, now up top to Komnick, who gives it to Smith. Smith dribbles in behind the back, loses it, now gets it back to Gowan. Hayes right wing with 36 seconds to go. Hayes finds the lane, up, and count it!
And they got blocking foul too.
Railers up 2, 28 seconds to go in the third. Pick that up, 10 seconds. Get it across just in time. They feed Simmons on the baseline, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Hayes. He was straight up. Simmons had nowhere to go.
Boy, they have made some calls in the times almost where the Southeast needs a call almost every time.
Yeah.
You know, we were up 5 and they call the 3, foul on the 3, and they make it. There's been some
questionable calls.
Opportune times for the Spartans to get their calls.
Free throw on the way, no good from Simmons.
Going to have to box out and rebound here. You know Simmons is going to go after it hard once he shoots it.
Williams as well. Railers up 2, 13 seconds on the clock. Simmons' second free throw up and got it. 1-point ball game, 13 seconds to go in the third. Miller over to Hayes. Hayes, Gowan. Gowan up, contact, nothing. Hayes tried to get it, and it's going to be out of bounds Southeast. A lot of contact there, Josh. You call it down here, you got to call it over there.
Yeah, I would think so, especially even guys shooting. You know, they've been hesitant to call it on the shot, but they're calling it more when a guy's just driving to the basket. After 3 quarters, the Railers.
Brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back, Railer fans, here getting set for a 4th quarter action as the Railers will open up with the basketball. Lincoln up 36-35.
Tried to feed Hayes down low. Now they'll kick it back out to Carson. Carson, Smith, now Gowan left corner. Carson will dribble in, kick it out to Gowan, nothing there. Now Komnick goes left, back up top to Hayes. Now Smith. Smith to Comnick. Comnick finds the lane. Running jumper on the way and good.
Yeah, nice drive by Carson. Nice dish by Smith to get him on the run, and then Carson got right in the middle, right where you want to, about 5-6 feet from the basket. Shot up and good.
38-35. Feed Simmons down low.
Rebounded.
No good. Fought for underneath. Simmons will get his own rebound. And a jump ball. Well, I don't know if it was a jump ball. It definitely wasn't a foul. It was all ball. But we'll take it. Southeast will get the ball on the alternating arrow. And they'll inbound. Rice, guarded by Comnick, feed it into Williams. He loses it, and Gowan gets it. Slows it down to Hayes. Now Hayes kick it over to Carson. He'll walk it up with 7:02 to go in the fourth.
Wouldn't mind running that backdoor play, Scott, right for Hayes here.
There it is to Comnick, and they're going to get Smith with the travel, as we had a cutting Comnick, and it would have been a great play. But Smith traveled with the basketball. Turnover Railers, Southeast ball. They'll get it into Cottrell. Now back to Rice. Rice to Cottrell.
Thought Cowan was going to run up and get that thing.
Now Williams. Williams going to drive up and no good. Fought for underneath, tapped out of there. Williams tracks it down. Another offensive rebound. Williams loses it. Picks it up. Carson, layup on the way. Up and count it. Keon with another layup, and the Raiders up by 5 with 6:30 to go in the game.
Yeah, good pressure defense. I think Gowan got the tip away, and then he got the steal and then threw it up to Keon.
Rice breaks the defense. Now a 3 on the way. Up and good from Curry. And the three-pointers kept him into the game, Josh.
Yeah,
They've hit some key big three-pointers.
Timely three-pointers.
And back to a 2-point game.
Right when they needed one, and they got fouled on one, and then there they got one right when they were down 5 again.
Carson with the basketball. Now over to Comnick. Comnick goes left, dribbles in, finds a cutting Hayes, up and good. Good job by Hayes. He found a seam, and Comnick able to hit him for the easy bucket. Stolen away by Hayes. All the way up. Carson, nothing there. Kick it out. 3 on. Oh, nope. Smith thought about a 3. Now he'll dribble in. A lot of contact. Put back by Hayes.
Great job by Hayes. A great job by Hayes, and not standing and watching. He went right after the basketball, able to get an offensive rebound and put it back in. Let's get a couple stops in a row here, Scott.
6-point leads, almost stolen by Smith. Good hustle. He read the pass. And the Raiders up 6 with 5:22 to go.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout for Southeast here.
Full timeout for Southeast. We'll keep it right here. The Grimaldi Law Office, Logan County's only law firm dedicated exclusively to the practice of criminal law. Phone 217-651-8089. Ground Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to growinc.com.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center located at 305 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastor Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org.
Eaton Corporation, building over 5 million high-quality commercial and residential power distribution products each year. Check them out online at eaton.com.
Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call her at 217-737-7581.
44-38, Railers with the lead. 5:22 to go in the ball game. It will be Southeast basketball coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they only put one guy up to take the ball inbounds, and Keon has been man pressuring him by himself.
They'll get it in Cottrell. Feed Williams down low. Tries a reverse layup. Up and good for Williams.
That was easy.
Carson gets it across the timeline quick. And Carson saved it to Williams, and Williams came down out of bounds. Going to stay with the Railers on their own baseline.
Catch the ball with 2 hands, just trying to catch it like a wide receiver on a on one over his head.
Comnick to inbound. Railers up 4. 5:05 to go in the ball game. Keon, he'll go right. Nothing there. He'll back it back out. Get it up top to Hayes. Now over to Horn. Keon, lane, kick it out. Tapped away, no good. Turnover, Railers. Southeast looks to push. Now they'll back it back out with Curry. Guarded by Gowan.
Good job by Gowan keeping the pressure on him.
4-point lead for the Railers. 4:30 to go in the game. A little trap in the corner, nowhere to go. They hit it off Comnick. Going to stay with Southeast.
Railers up 44-40. 4:26 left here in the fourth. Southeast has it right in a bad spot, really, right in the corner.
Yeah, that's not where you want to go against this 1-2-2. Inbound pass all the way to the other side of the court. Tracked down there by Southeast. They'll get it across the timeline. A carry, no call.
That guy was right, the ref was right in front of that.
Fake the three, steps inside, no good. Fall for underneath, Hayes and Williams. Now another putback by Southeast, and we have a 2-point ball game. Comnick, he'll back it off, give it to Hayes. Now Hayes across the timeline, under 4 minutes to go. Finds the lane, up and no good. Comnick there, tried to tip it away, no good. Southeast with the ball, down by 2. Williams gets it to Rice. Rice over to Turner. Now Curry. Curry trapped, get it out to Turner. Now Turner will go right to Rice. Back to Turner. Foul for Gowan, and we got a jump ball, and it will be Lincoln basketball with 3:30 to go in the game. Railers with a 2-point lead. Schilling and Smith will check in. Gowan and Horn will have a seat. Need a bucket here, Josh. Just try to get that momentum back on our side.
Yeah, you're right. And we got a rebound down there, and we've got to get a basket. A 3 would be great, obviously, here, but some sort of an aggressive play to the hoop, something all the way to the basket.
Carson gets it across the timeline, over to Schilling, left wing. Now they'll reset back up top with Carson with 3:15 to go. Carson left wing, feed Hayes up under the basket. A lot of contact on the arm. No call by Smith.
Man, they don't call much underneath.
No, they don't. All over him, no foul called. And Southeast will get a timeout called. It will be their basketball coming out of the timeout. Full timeout for Southeast. We'll keep it right here. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburgers. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, with offices in Lincoln and Atlanta, offering great rates on home, auto, life, and renters insurance. Call 217-732-7755.
Chicago Street Rental, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone them at 217-735-2422.
Chase Lowry, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. They're a member of SIPC.
And the Carpet House, the professional design team, will work with you for 100% satisfaction. Stop by the showroom at 1320 Woodlawn Road or call 217-735-2531.
3:06 on the clock, fourth quarter here in Springfield, Illinois. Southeast High School, Railers with a 2-point lead. Southeast with the ball. Good pressure by the Railers. And Southeast gonna have to hurry up. And then, okay, it was either going to be over and back or 10 seconds. Take your pick.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to call it. I thought Coach Al had to convince him, and I think all four of them did that are on the bench tonight. Convinced him of that.
Railer basketball up by 2, under 3 minutes to go. Hayes inbounds to Carson. Carson will walk it up on Rice.
Boy, that backdoor play looks nice, right, Scott? Right to Hayes.
Got it to Komnick, up and counted, and the foul. We'll call him fourth quarter Komnick because, boy, he was clutch Saturday night, and he's having another good performance this fourth quarter as he got the bucket to go, and he'll get a free throw. Yeah. Railers up by 4.
Nice pass there, and a good finish by Carson to catch, gather himself, and then take the foul. Took some contact, able to get it up there and in, so big basket here as the Railers needed one.
Finishes the three-point play. Railers up by 5, 2:44 to go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Turnover, Spartans, Railer basketball. We talk about handling the pressure, Josh, for the Railers.
Yeah.
Southeast can't handle Railers
pressure. They've not done a very good job of it either, Scott. You're right. They've turned the ball over a ton tonight. We don't have the official stats. Our internet's not working very well, but they have turned it over a ton.
Komnick finds the lane, up with the right, no good. And that's going to be that's going to be Lincoln basketball. It was off of Southeast. Great job by Komnick. He missed the shot, but got his hand in there and tapped the ball off of a Southeast player. And it's going to stay with the Railers on their own baseline as Komnick inbounds.
Might have a play here that
kicks it out to Smith.
Good shot here, Railers. We've got plenty of time, no shot clock. Let's get a good basket, maybe something backdoor, a good cut.
Carson up and no good. Rebound comes down to the Spartans, and Komnick's going to reach in and pick up the foul. That's only the first team foul for the Railers this quarter.
No, that was on Keon.
That was on Keon?
Yeah, reach in on Keon as Gowan will almost doing a little offensive for defensive substitution here. Gowan checks in for Keon to run the point on the press.
First team foul on the Railers here in the fourth. That's steal by Gowan, picks it up. And Coach Al calls a timeout.
Yeah, I think he was worried that Gowan got caught close to the out of bounds line, and to save the possession, he called a timeout, which really he probably would like to have that back because we had a 3-on-2 and a cutting tray to the basket.
Unfortunately, no takebacks, but we'll keep it right here. Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, helping people, changing lives. America's Poverty Fighting Network. Call 217-732-2159 or find them online at capsil.info.
Well, we've done a good job, Scott. Another turnover there by Southeast, and I'd like to get that number for you. Hopefully I'll have it here at the end of the game, but the Railers have done their job defensively. Have started out with 22, or they had 22 at half. This guy will throw it in, too. He's not scared. Look at him. He threw it right in. That's unbelievable. Wow.
There's easiest
the ball into him, and I don't like that.
I didn't even see. I mean, I usually give him a warning, or the first call, second call. I didn't see the second call given out of the timeout.
I'd have gone nuts, and I don't think Coach Al liked it either, but I would have gone nuts. You're going to give up, especially now. I don't care what kind of game this was.
Caught me off guard. There's a feed to Williams. He had a wide open shot. No, didn't take it. 3 on the way, no good. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans. Good trap. Now they'll kick it out. Deep 3 on the way by Curry, off the rim, no good. Hayes there with the rebound. Kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan up to Komnick. Komnick layup. Count the bucket, and the Railers up by 9 with 1:30 to go.
Credit Hayes with a man rebound underneath. He was going against a couple Spartans. Nobody else underneath there for Lincoln, and Hayes comes away with it.
1:20 to go in the ball game. Railers with a 9-point lead. Southeast trying to cut into that. Feed it down to Williams. He couldn't handle it. Another turnover. Spartans. Carson checks in for Gowan. 1:10 to go. 51-42 Railers. Carson will cross the timeline. Get it to Schilling, right wing.
Get a good shot here, run some clock, find a cutter for a layup. Should be layup or holding the ball and getting fouled.
Only one team foul for the Spartans. They got 3 to give. It doesn't look like they're willing to do that. There's a foul on Williams all over Hayes' arms. And Williams to pick up the foul. Second team foul for the Spartans with 43 seconds to go.
Yeah, nice little. I'll tell you what, the last 5 minutes of this quarter, Scott, has been Railer pressure defense and has caused a ton of turnovers for Southeast.
Hayes will inbound in the corner on the sideline, finds Carson. Komnick, that is. Now they'll reset up top with Hayes. Hayes going to dribble in on Williams, kick it out to Carson. Now he'll dribble around, get it to Hayes with 25 seconds to go, and it looks like Southeast will just be content with letting them run the timeout.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried. I mean, they're pressuring the heck out of us, but the Railers doing a good job of handling the basketball.
14 on the clock. Komnick's going to dribble in, fake, does the wise thing, kicks it back out to Schilling with 7 seconds to go. And that's going to just about do it here tonight in Southeast as the Railers finish strong with a 9-point victory. And your final score, the Lincoln Railers 51, the Southeast Spartans 42. Let's take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the post-game show here on Railer Nation Station, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Southeast High School. The Railers win it here on Tuesday night in Central State 8. Play 51-42. The Railers come away with a big Central State 8 victory. We'll go through the scoring here. First for Southeast, they were led tonight by Jaylene Simmons. Simmons with 9 points for Josiah Turner, all 3-pointers for him. 6 apiece for Anthony Williams, Reggie Rice, and Starez Curry. 3 points for LeBron Kittrell. The Railers were led tonight, 3 guys in double figures. They were led by Hayes, who barely played the first half, but Hayes finishes with 13. Hayes 5 of 7 from the field tonight, give him 13. 11 points apiece for Keon Carson and Carson Komnick off the bench, 11 but both for those guys. Trey Schilling with 9 points, 3 points for Gabe Smith, 2 for Blake Horn and Frank Sanders to round out the 51 for the Railers. The Railers win at 51-42. Back to the studios. We'll be back with Coach Alexander and some more stats. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Welcome back to Springfield, Illinois, on the campus of Southeast High School, as the Railers come away with a big victory, 51-42 over the Southeast Spartans. And joining us now for the postgame show, Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, a hard-fought win for the Railers tonight, sloppy at times, but you got to give Railer defense a lot of credit tonight, as the Southeast Spartans unable to handle our pressure. I know we always talk about our offense handling that defensive pressure, but it was kind of flip-flop tonight.
Yeah, the thing with this game is we had a couple times where we got up, 4-6 points, and we do things to allow people back in the game, and we got to clean that up. And but the kids played so hard tonight, and the defense was definitely is what won the game. We scored some easy baskets off the defense. I would say we scored maybe a dozen points off our defense, and that makes it a lot easier when you can do that. And hopefully our guys, and we played a lot of people tonight.
Yeah,
a lot of people went in. We just have to keep on going and doing and do everything that we want. And but our defense definitely won the game for us. I won't say anything else other than we won the game.
Well, we know how you feel, Coach. And with Hayes going out early, midway through the first quarter, that kind of changes how you operate your offense, because he's the guy that you kind of run through and he facilitates things. You talked about last week how you have to change up your 5 on the floor to what Southeast. So when you kind of you flip-flop that lineup, it makes Southeast adjust as well, and you guys were able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, our kids, we just make adjustments, and he's got to become a picker on the perimeter. If his guy's going to stand on the paint, go pick somebody, let him come off and shoot the ball. It's really a simple game, but you got to be able to pick it. If you're not being guarded, go pick somebody. Go pick the ball and let them roll off, and you can roll down the paint and hopefully, get a nice, easy 15-footer.
Yeah, Coach, Scott talked about it, 25 turnovers for Southeast tonight. And really, man, I'm telling you, like the last few possessions of the game, maybe the last 4 minutes of the game, they didn't get a good look at when they really needed one. And although they did shoot it well from three, I think they were 5 of 10 from the 3-point line. The Railers did not shoot it well. Just 2 makes from the 3-point line tonight, 2 of 14. Cause for concern at all with not being able to get a couple more to go?
Well, without a doubt, because I think we're pretty decent shooters. But I tell you, it's and you say, and I've said it. You know what? Defense wins, and our defense is definitely winning for us right now. But hopefully, our offense is going to come. I still got faith in the kids. We've got shooters out there. They just again. We're really not used to this quickness that we're seeing that's forcing us to be a little bit quicker on getting the ball set or thinking we're open and we're not. And, as soon as we figure that out, some shot fakes, get them in the air, 2 or 3 hard dribbles, and then pull it up and shoot it, we've got to be able to do that. So, it's just something that has to be drilled, and, they're going to see it on film because we will watch a film and, try to get them squared away to do something.
Coach, 2-0 in the Central State 8 in this early season. A gym that you know well. You've played many of games here. Feels good to be back. Forgiving rims, some pretty soft rims.
We didn't take advantage of it.
We just didn't take advantage.
No, you got to get it up on the rim. I will tell you, I don't even know if you guys would remember when we first started playing down here. When I first got here, the court was carpet.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
That's
Coach.
a long time ago. We played on carpet here. Ask some of those players that played the first couple years for me. We played on carpet down here.
That wouldn't be much fun. No diving for basketballs.
No, it was hard to get anybody to go on the floor. But we didn't get any breaks like we did down there where the official set the ball down and we had a wide open layup.
It's a good thing we made it.
Yeah.
Well, we could have missed it because they were coming.
Unfortunate for them, but the game was, I don't want to say sealed by then, but, we had it going in the right way. 2 big road wins for the Railers back at home on Friday against Jacksonville. You come out of the Turkey tournament at 500 and you bounce back, and now we're 2 games over. Give credit to these kids where they just keep fighting, and you say night in, night out. They play hard, and they're going to get better as the year goes on.
I still want to see us take care of the ball. We get a lead. We can't let our mistakes let the team back in. If the team earns it to get back in, fine. But we're doing things that allows teams to crawl back in the game instead of putting them away.
Coach, have a safe bus ride home. It's a short one.
40 minutes.
He's got it down. 40 minutes, and we'll see you at Roy S. Anderson Friday night as the Railers take on the Crimson from Jacksonville.
Okay, thank you.
That's going to do it for us here in Springfield. Our next broadcast will be Friday, December 8th at 7 o'clock as the Railers are at home to take on the Crimson from Jacksonville High School. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 6:30. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Jolie Lurcher, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, and my sidekick Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 51, Southeast 42. The Railers now stand at 4-2 overall, 2-0 in the Central State 8. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball. From Springfield, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the station for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping, for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Expedia Cruises, offering air, land, and sea vacations. Located at 1520 East College Street in Normal, call Greg Phillips at 309-429-6280. First National Bank in Tremont, your local community bank that strives to build relationships and is trusted with your community's financial needs. Located at 710 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Visit TremontBank.com to learn more about products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty. Locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Sal Polis, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.